next question people usually get when we're looking at this, they say, Gary, help us a little. I mean, this million-dollar blind spots, can you tell us the kind of things that you have found when you've been out there? Because probably you want to know the huge ones, really big ones. I mean, the 5 most common things I find when I help someone are, you don't know who your 10 most profitable customers are. If you know that, you don't know what's going to happen when there's a change to one of them. An asset or a liability that's optimistically valued, shall we say. Someone's been there before, usually. These are common. And then the 4th one is the issue of opportunity cost. You need to move some of your equity around. 5th, to be politically correct, we will call it puffery. Now, someone says, Gary, explain a little. Those are the problems. That's not what you're normally going to find. When I help someone do these, I usually almost guaranteed I'll find one of those. And let's talk about the symptoms or a little deeper that you're going to be looking at. First, those 10 most profitable customers. Where do you make your money? I mean, I'm not talking about the customer that is the nicest, the one that takes you to the football games, or the one that's been there the longest. I'm talking about the one that gives you the money to run your business. That also means you're going to have to know the profitability of your products. Now, the good news is when I run a survey on this, we find that about 80% of people are fairly comfortable. They know this. What does that say if you are in the 20%? Probably you are in trouble, because if 80% of the competition knows how to run their business and you're out there thinking, let's see, I think these are my best customers, really don't know. Where do I make money? Not sure, but I think I know. Huge problems. Now we'll move on to the other one. What happens next, which is the issue that says, hey, we know our best customers. But what happens if something changes? Now, someone's saying, give me an example, Gary. You know, this is getting hard in debits and credits, and Bill told you keep it simple in those 3 steps. Well, here's the issue. What do you do when one of those best customers, things change? I mean, go back a couple years, 5, 6, 7 years. You have Nokia or Motorola, and you do something with cell phones. We've all got them in our pockets. Don't even think about these weird people at Apple or stuff like that. Just service that Nokia account, Motorola. Make money. Look how fast things can change. The issue on this one is that if you had been happy with Nokia or Motorola, you're going to be in trouble. Third issue becomes this issue of it's optimistically stated on that balance sheet. You sort of hope it was worth that much. And maybe it was when you set it up and under generally accepted accounting principles applied consistently on a going concern. How's that for a lot of words? Apply all of that and that number might be okay on the asset or liability, but you know it's not worth that. I mean, if someone gave you half of that, you would just run to the bank. But this isn't the right quarter to correct it. Let's wait a little while. So leave it on the books at more than it's worth and just sort of confuse yourself, manage incorrectly. The next one, opportunity cost. That division that you've got out in Keokuk or some other place, you want to keep it around. It's been there a long time. We're losing our shirt on it. If we would just sell that thing, we'd have the money. We've got a blue widget product over there that'll make a lot of money, but we can't move money to there. Opportunity cost. The next one, I'll call it puffery. It's sort of like you don't tell the truth to your own people, to customers, to the bankers, to other people that are out there. And, in the spirit of doing these, you got to sell and do things. What if I told you, think back, you've seen in the last couple of months anywhere from 30 to 50% of people embellish their resume. PhDs that didn't exist, college degrees they don't have, experience optimistically stated. Now, why does that matter? Let's see, 1/3 to 1/2 of them in the audience here, there might be, now this is a different audience, I know. But at your work, you might have a situation where that person sitting next to you, or working for you, or selling to your customer, is making promises that you're going to have to fulfill. And if they stretch the truth, we won't call it lying, a little earlier, you're going to be the one that gets to fix these things up. That's why it really matters. Now, that should prime the pump for you to think about some issues that were going to help you on the process to removing blind spots.